Well, the decision by Omaha Public Schools to cancel fall sports scraps 43 football games from the Class A schedule across Nebraska. Lincoln Southwest loses the most. They lose 4 games against OPS schools, North, South, Burke, and Central, all on the Silverhawks' original schedule. 7 schools lost 3 games each: Bellevue East, Fremont, Lincoln High, Millard North, Norfolk, West Side, and Papillion-La Vista South. In fact, just 4 Class A teams are playing their original slate of 9 scheduled games. Creighton Prep, Lincoln East, Millard West, North Platte, and Papillion-La Vista all have no OPS teams on that original schedule. So with that in mind, it's time to take a closer look at the high school football season. So let's begin our roundtable with the team to beat. Damon Benning of 1620 The Zone says his team to beat is Westside.
They may not be the most complete, but they may have the most good players. So you'd like to maybe start with a team like Millard South, maybe a defending champ like Bell West. But anytime you bring back a quality quarterback like Cole Payton, that's probably the team that I would start with. Even though I have my concerns about them too, I think it's Westside, and then you go from there.
Sean, who else do you think can contend other than Westside?
Yeah, I think Bellevue West, just their history, their system, the way Mike Huffman has really figured out how to plug in guys. We know that they have essentially 2 6'5" guys on the perimeter that are major Division I prospects that are young. And then you've got Keegan Johnson. So there aren't going to be a lot of teams that are going to be able to defend that very well.
Yeah, Matt, when we talk about Bellevue West, this seems to be the big question mark. Can they plug and play at that position? Or how much of a benefit is it for a West Side to have a returning quarterback and a great one than that in Cole Payton?
Yeah, I don't think you replace a guy like Nate Glantz for as much as people will look at a Ducker or Betts from last year. Glantz was really one of the guys that had this offense working. You look at a team like West Side or even a team like Millard South who have quarterbacks that have been through the fire. I think those two will both be poised to make a deep run this season, potentially ending the year in Memorial Stadium.
Sean, you mentioned the guys at Bellevue West. Who are some other players that jump out at you in the metro area that people should keep an eye on?
Well, obviously Elkhorn South, Teddy Prochaska. He committed to Nebraska so early, so quietly, but I think people forget that he is a national top 60 recruit and arguably one of the best offensive line prospects we've seen come out of Omaha in over 20 years. I can't think of very many on the O-line, and Matt Lothrop and I joked that, that's what an NFL guy is supposed to look like. So I think you start with Elkhorn South.
Matt Lothrop, when you talk about Thomas Fedoni, you've seen him a bunch. What stands out about his talent?
Well, he's being recruited as a tight end, but this guy does not really line up at tight end for Lewis Central. He's often flexed out. He's like a wide receiver. He's a true wide receiver in a tight end's body.
How about Class B, Damon? Is Scott going to be able to continue their 26-game win streak, and how long will they last, and who will contend with them in Class B?
Well, I tell you what, if I'm capping Class B, I'm starting in Elkhorn. Elkhorn South gets a lot of the headlines, but Elkhorn is a complete bunch. That Class A schedule that they've been playing will serve them well. I listen, no disrespect to the state champs. Like you said, 26 in a row, but you just don't replace what they lost, especially at the quarterback and in the secondary spot, a guy like Tyson Gordon. I really like Elkhorn as kind of the favorite there, and I don't have to give that one much thought.
Last question, who's going to be playing in November? Who will represent Class A moving forward?
I think Omaha West Side is if I were to go with my lock, I think they're a lock with the pieces they return. They have 4 Division I players in their 2021 class. I'm going to say rematch. I think you might see a Bellevue West Side rematch. I think Millard South's going to be right there, possibly Elkhorn South, Millard West. After you get past West Side, there's a lot of teams that could find themselves in Memorial Stadium.
Well, I'm going to put in West Side like probably all of us will, but the other team, I'm going to say Millard West. It kind of lull you to sleep a little bit because every year they're in the state semifinals. I just feel like this might be the year where they break through and find their way to Memorial Stadium.
I am going to take West Side as one of the picks, and I'm kind of with Sean. My gut says Bellevue West, but because they have yet to be mentioned, I'll take the other Millard team. I'll go with Millard South. Edgy, chippy, good quarterback leadership. They're getting better on the outside to give themselves some versatility. They had a great freshman class. I'll take West Side and Millard South in the state finals.
Oh, it's going to be fun. I say rematch, Bellevue West, West Side. Perhaps that will quiet the chirping back and forth on Twitter once and for all. We shall see. All right. One of the top teams in Class C, C1, led by a quarterback of the future for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Up next, the senior star from Central Nebraska looks past the hype and the doubters. And it's decision time for one of the top tight ends in the country, Thomas Fidone, getting ready to commit to a major university, and you'll see it here live.